Yeah, hi, Curtis. I'm Ernie Hudson. Who are you going to call? Man, it's the best. Love your podcast. Keep on doing what you're doing, okay?
Fantastic. My name is Curtis. Morning, everybody. That was Ernie Hudson. He called me. Well, he left a message on another friend's phone for me. And that's magical and wonderful. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about, a melange of things as per usual. But, we're going to have a little bit of focus on Ghostbusters. A little bit then, a lot of now, and marketing. I feel like the internet is just full of Admiral Akbarisms, and by Admiral Akbarisms, I mean just the one. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's always a trap. I don't know if maybe it's just how I was raised, but everything was kind of, that's probably a scam. Like, oh, that does that sound fantastic? Then there's probably some sort of catch or it's some kind of a scam. So probably be wary. Be wary. And at a certain point, I feel like when I was, around 13-ish or something like that, the TV suddenly was like, oh, by the way, here's Adbusters, here's Street Sense, here's, Consumer Reports. All of these things just started coming out that were like, by the way, I know that these commercials seem amazing, but we actually tried the things, and most of those commercials are like super awesome movie effects and CG and all kinds of other just wonderful things that, Mythbusters alone has shown us that everything is fake and nothing is right and nothing is to be believed, especially when it comes from a screen. Hi, don't believe this. This is all made up and the points don't matter. But I don't know, the internet now is just full of a lot of people, so many people that are just like, hey, here's, like, I got a thing that I want to say. I did some research. I did write a paper. I want to just put it out there somewhere for somebody to read, enjoy, get information from, whatever that is inside them they need to get out and share with the world. Full, jam-packed, so much of it, and it's just, here you go. Here's my blog. Here's my article. Here's my thing. Here's my video. Whatever. It's all out there. My whole entire script for a film idea. I don't know if I'll ever make it. Might as well share this. And there you go. No trap, no nothing. Admiral Akbar, go back to bed, everything's cool. But, like 90 times a day, everybody I know posts a thing that just has like a little blurred out or a tiny little picture. That sucks me in because, it's one of my friends, it's somebody whose opinion I care about and like, and they posted a thing that does say like, oh, this seemed like an ordinary day at the park, but what happens next? ... Well, what happens next? Why did you post this? Did you post this because it's so great? Or did it get posted because you clicked out of curiosity on somebody else's Facebook page and then it just reposted on yours automatically because that's how a lot of things are set up, and then the spider webbing goes out and until everybody sees it. And whatever that thing is, the surprise, nobody actually cares. It might not have ever actually happened. Sometimes it is, I found an interesting picture. I found a funny video. I'll turn this into a little viral thing because internet marketing is like 3 parts magic and 7 parts money. And I don't really understand it, but now that I work in the gaming, mobile game universe, a lot of people will be like, how do you actually make money from that? Oh, that is a crazy, crazy system. It all comes down to that, the marketing. For, say, a Clash of Clans, every one person that downloads and plays that, the Clash of Clans consortium, the corporation, the people that make it, Supercell, they pay, like, upwards of, now probably virtually nothing, but they still put so much ads into it that it's basically like $5 for every one person that downloads it. And hopefully that is the kind of person that will put 5, 10, 50, $100 into a game. And a lot of people are like, who puts that kind of money into games? That's not a thing. And that's what I thought too. That's not a thing. That's crazy. You're only making money on ads, really, right? Nobody's spending, and they do. They really do. It's bananas. I can't fathom it. I've seen the charts where it's like, oh, here's this one person. They spent $1,000. What? Like, they lost their family, right? You can't spend $1,000 on a mobile game on cards and little potions and gems. Like, that's not real, is it? But yes, and why? Because this magical targeted advertising that goes out there, the reason these games are like, oh, it's instantly in the top charts. Why? Because we hired the teams, we found the people that's their sole job, is we have the magic algorithms, we are the Gandalfs, and it just goes out and it goes to those people. They type the thing into their little browser of, hey, I'm interested in this today. Boop, boop. This might be one of those things that's also kind of connected to what you're talking about, and then you click on it, and that's it. Then you're in. Like, it's really as simple as that. Other than the magical algorithm part that finds all the people and the money that goes into it. Like, once you put $1 bajillion, like how I railed against the Michael Baying of Transformers, yeah, you did everything right. You put all the parts in so that when you do show all the different commercials, it shows something for everybody. It shows a Bumblebee that's talking like Dan Aykroyd from Loose Cannons for some reason instead of a Bumblebee. And the kids are like, that's awesome, he's super fun. And then you're showing the girl, whatever her name is, Megan Fox, bending over things. And then the teenagers are like, yeah, I want to go see that too, Megan Fox. Like, you're just saying a name of a girl. Just, what? That's no reason to go watch a movie for 9 hours about robots. You're out of your mind. But whatever, people have their own things. And then, they show the Shia LaBeouf and the wacky situations. And people are like, oh, it's going to be funny and fun too. And then it hits everything. Also, it seems dark. Oh, in the military. It's got all the things that everybody's into that year. So all the commercials hit all the people in the right way. So once again, they're spending, say, whatever, $20, $50 a person to get you in there. So hopefully you're like, this is awesome. Now I'll go home. I'll buy the DVD. I'll buy the figures for my kids. I'll do whatever else that upsales this thing. And that's how the trains keep going. That's where all this money comes from. This is where it goes. When they say this movie had a $200 million budget, like $120 million of that is just to put it on cups to make sure, oh, hey, yeah, I thought I was just going to have a delicious Pepsi that's also in everything, but I think Transformers is just rolling around in my head, and I can't help but think about it. Why? Because it's everywhere. Again, just like the Avengers, even the new X-Men Apocalypse, like, why is Citibank or whatever it is, MasterCard, like, oh, hey, MasterCard would like to remind you to go see X-Men Apocalypse. Well, now I don't want to go see it. I don't use your bank. I don't know why you're telling me anything. Get off my internet for 5 minutes. It's X-Men. Like, what? Why? Marketing. Because if we put it everywhere, then even the people that are like, I don't know what that is, still see it and are like, we should go to the movies. Well, what should we see? I've been hearing a lot about this X-Men. I think it might be pretty good. Who have you heard that from? Who said it? Where? Why? Nobody did. Nobody said anything. It doesn't exist yet to say that it might be a good or a fun movie. Only the comic nerds know what it is. Nobody knows who Apocalypse is. Nobody knows any of this stuff. The same thing, the whole DC universe. What was great about Marvel is that it's like, hey, we're introducing these characters, we're bringing them in, and we're building up to the war. Batman v Superman, they decided to start with, hey, we're gonna start the Justice League and bring everybody together. How are we gonna start that? Let's have the two main guys fight each other. So now we've created this epic controversy. So everybody went to go see it to see who would win, Batman or Superman. Idiots. The people that ask me, like, hey, well, what do you think? What do I think? What? Who's gonna win? What do you mean? Batman versus Superman. It's not really a thing. What are you talking about? You know, like, who's going to win the movie? Do not make me give you a 40-minute dissertation on Batman and Superman. Nobody's going to win. It's the same as, oh, who's going to win in a race? The Flash or Superman? It doesn't matter. Neither. The race is going to be postponed due to epic world-ending situations that they have to deal with, or whichever one is running the race for a sick kid, the other one will be the bigger person to be like, there you go, let's make everybody happy and confuse people as well, and no one will ever know, because you can't know, because when you have epic gods that can't lose, it's hard to make one just lose and carry on with your franchise without wild explanations. So in this whatever, it's just like, yeah, it's cool. They just did that, so now that all the people that don't know anything are like, well, we got to go find out what's going on, and then whatever happens, and I don't care. I assume that some world-ending thing happened, and then they fought it. And Wonder Woman showed up. All right, I don't know. There's the Dark Knight books. You can go read them. They're still crazy, but it's a solid story. All of this, of course, is leading me up to talking about Ghostbusters. How? Why? I have not even seen a Ghostbusters trailer. Why? Because I want to see it. The same reason I try not to watch any Batman trailers for like the last 5 Batman movies, because I legitimately want to see the movie and I don't want to know what character Vanessa Behar is going to show up as in the Ghostbusters movie. I don't want that revealed in the thing. I already heard the Slimer's in it. I don't want to know that. I don't know why he's there, but either way, I don't want to know that he's going to be there, or what everyone's going to do, or what any catchphrases are. I don't want the boots on montage from the trailer, and then like, oh, and here's the reveal of the Ecto-1, and here's the no. Wait for the movie so that feeling can penetrate you the way it's supposed to be in movie form, not 3 months before or 4 weeks before. Anyway, that's not even what I'm talking about. Let's watch a quick cartoon, and I'll get angry for another few minutes, and then I gotta get this rendered before work, because everything takes time, and it's so early in the morning. All right, cartoon. Hello, hi, it's Milo. You've already been fed. Go meow someplace else. Thank you. What have I been up to? Oh, let me tell you. I've already tipped over all of the garbage cans and the waste paper baskets. You're welcome. Not to mention the plants have been completely emptied out of all of their dirt, so you don't have to worry about that at all today. Shh, 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 shh. I'm reading. Quick question. What was your policy on pooping in the shoes? I was in the shoe area. Anyway, there's poop in your shoes. So, whenever you have some free time, you can deal with that, good or bad. Whatever, makes you happy is all I care about. Alright, later, tater. And we're back. So here's my thing about the Ghostbusters. When it first was kind of announced, we're going to make Ghostbusters with Kristen Wiig and all these awesome people that I'm pretty sure everybody just wants to see do a Ghostbusters movie. Like, I thought, oh, that's a pretty a funny, crazy premise, but nobody ever takes those funny, crazy premises and then actually makes them into a movie. But sometimes a crow comes back from the dead to make the wrong things right. And then Paul Feig, who made Bridesmaids, is going to make this. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe, again, it still might be the most terrible movie in the world. It won't be because the men characters were replaced with women characters. It's just a different story. It's still a different thing. Don't worry about it. The first Ghostbusters is crazy. It's just a bunch of guys who probably got drunk a lot and did a bunch of coke, wrote a movie about busting ghosts, and then they made it. And, Robert Zemeckis or whoever, like all these people they are really funny geniuses, and it was a great movie, and we all remember it super, super fondly, to the point where we get excited to have a saved message from Ernie Hudson, Winston Zedmore, on our computer for as long as we can, keep that around. It's backed up on a drive somewhere. I'll never let it go. And why would you? Allowing. Nobody's allowing. There doesn't need to be any permission. Accepting the existence of a Lady Ghostbusters shouldn't be an issue with anybody. It just exists. It's fine. Like, it's fine. It's just another movie. That's like being, upset about Muppet Babies. Or that time I was upset. Oh, there's some sort of new Gotham high school show coming out. I'm not going to see that. It's not for me. It's fine. All right. I don't know why all of the people of Gotham will be going to high. Like, it doesn't make it's not historically connected to the rest of the Batman universe. It's fine. That's its own separate thing. Just like Muppet Babies. This isn't what really happened. They didn't. They were all drifters and weirdos and hobos, and they came together. They weren't raised in an orphanage of Muppets as cartoons. That's not. It's just a different thing. But we loved it, and that's okay. And the same with this. We can, and we probably will. But a lot of people, when it first came out, it was like, duh, like, we need this. Oh, we need a girl version of Ghostbusters. Like, you don't need anything. You didn't need a guy version of Ghostbusters. You don't need a version of anything. It's just a thing that got made. So enjoy or don't or ignore, like, share, whatever. So at the beginning, that was real. Like, there were specifically people, and I'm just like, do I have to unfriend some people? Because they're literally angry at something that doesn't exist yet because there's not enough Bill Murray, not enough Dan Aykroyd. Why do you care? Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. These people want to do this. They're not coming into your house to make the movie. They're not knocking over your furniture. They're just making a movie. It's super cool. So the other day, this is a long time later, I find myself writing a very similar rant of, it's okay, guys. Your movies are allowed to exist without Dan Aykroyd in them or any of the other Ghostbusters, and still be kind of a similar thing. When I was a kid, there was the real Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters the cartoon by Filmation, and they were both extremely different. And most people didn't know that the other one existed. I barely did. I saw like a few episodes. I really didn't understand it. They were mostly friends with the ghosts. They went into like ghost worlds. Like I said, it was bizarre and weird. I don't know. Go find it yourself if you want to see it so bad. So anyway, yeah, somebody posted a thing, and I ended up writing yet another little, hey guys, don't worry. Your VHS copy of Ghostbusters is still fine. You can dig it out and then go download and watch original Ghostbusters. This new Ghostbusters is not going to replace the last one. They can both exist simultaneously, in parallel Earths, or in this same Earth, because you don't even need to go. You don't even need a Stargate. Everything's fine. And whatever. I railed on. I went crazy as I do, and then Tara was like, "I haven't seen any of that. Like, really? I feel like every day there's something about the Ghostbusters running through my internet." And then she's like, "No, I feel like that's just you. Are you sure?" Now that you say that, yeah, it's mostly people posting articles about how people are upset, and no real trail to specific upset people. And then she was like, "Oh, well, maybe, what if it is a marketing thing? What if somebody's just putting out articles to get people riled up about Ghostbusters? So then there is a Team Jacob and a Team Vampire? I don't remember which is which. Edward James Olmos. So, it creates that thing of like, oh, it's here, and people are already like pushing for its existence and fighting against something else. And that's, takes us right back to the beginning of the targeted marketing. Like, oh, I'm the kind of person that does end up writing about these things and gets upset about it. So, of course, I would see these articles. They're like, oh, here, maybe you want to write a little bit more about this. How do you know? What do you mean? Why? Who posted this? Oh, it's probably just ads trying to get me in to see the other ads and build a little army for the Ghostbusters movie. Which, again, I haven't seen any of the trailers. I already have just like, yes, on the premise alone, I would like to see what happens when you put that situation together. I'm on board. Done. And now I find myself fighting for it. I'm like, I'm doing the exact thing that I'm angry about. Hey guys, calm down about this movie. Hey Curtis, calm down about calming people down about this movie. You're right. You're right. Why am I doing this? Because, Skynet. Skynet. Damn it, missed it. Skynet. It's always Skynet. It's always the algorithms. They're constantly being built out, learning, advancing, and enhancing until they know already, like, I don't even have to click on anything anymore. I just have to look at it for too long and boop, boop. Maybe you'll also be interested in this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But should I? How many times? How many times? Barely ever have my sleeves down this far. But yet, the internet constantly tries to convince me, you know what you love? Batman cufflinks. Batman cufflinks. Still don't really know what Batman... I know what Batman is. I don't really know what cufflinks are. Does that mean like you take the button out of your shirt and then put a cufflink in there instead? To simulate old-timey times before we had buttons that were built in. We couldn't afford them. We just afforded the fabric and then added our own fasteners later on. Is that what that is? I could do some research. I'm pretty sure it's probably something quite similar to that. Either way, I don't need... Hoodies don't require Batman cufflinks, and the sleeves on this shirt only go to here. So, Hakuna Matata. Everybody be good. Be careful. Don't stab anybody. Watch out for all the things that say, hey, did you get upset about this? Have you picked a side? You don't usually need to pick a side. Coke or Pepsi? You don't really... You pick neither. Doesn't matter. Go have some juice. Have some water. Or the Coke or the Pepsi. You can like vampires and werewolves at the same time. You don't have to pick one. It doesn't matter which one the imaginary character dates. It really doesn't. Doesn't matter what real characters in real life date. Doesn't matter which bathroom you use. And that's enough time. Padded it just by saying words for no reason. Like I said, click all the things, buy some things. Next episode, previous episode. Subscribe, share, like, word to your mother. Hey, click on my butt or Ripley's butt to subscribe. Click on my butt. Click on my butt. Click on my butt.